I always look forward to the CIO Workshop because it's a homecoming of friends within the IT industry. And at the same time, it's always an opportunity for us to learn something new from our colleagues. And the fact that we always pick a very exciting place from different countries, it gives us a fresh perspective of what's new, what's up there. And at the same time, give us a perspective of what are the same challenges that the rest of the CIO of the world are experiencing and learn from them. So it's definitely a good experience that I always look forward year on year.
I definitely benefited from this trip. I think it's very important for all CIOs to go out in industry, go out outside Singapore to learn about new trends and developments that are happening in other countries. Here in Shenzhen, I've been particularly amazed by the pervasiveness use of IoT, video analytics, facial recognition across the city. So I think these are things that we can bring back to Singapore, having seen how it has been implemented in Shenzhen here.
I think there is a very interesting perspective that we are seeing very much from the China companies, which is that they have embraced the idea of platforms. This is very different from Singapore, where we're still very focused on projects. And projects to platforms and platforms as enablers will provide a very different slant to how IT needs to progress. I think the way to think about it is exactly what was shown today in the Huawei's the segment from Kevin, which is that he put in a picture of business transformation, digital transformation, and then he had this little loop that said AI is an enabler. And I think, and on top of a platform, and if you think of it from that perspective, we're not trying to figure out what AI can do today. Answering a question like that is very much about a project. You're limiting your scopes. Whereas AI is not about a confined answer or a solution. AI is about how it changes the platform and the dynamics, almost certainly driven by data and connectivity, right? Massive data, big data, and how AI can change the way we look at things. It's a perspective, it's a mindset, it's not a technology.
I think we are seeing that deep learning and AI in general are becoming embedded in all sorts of products and services. All right, the most common one we are talking about that most enterprises are watching is chatbot, right? VPA or virtual personal assistants like Apple Siri, Amazon Alexa, right? So many organizations are trying to figure out how to make all this application easy for humans to interact. So I think that is the most immediate one. But behind it, I think whether a language translation, whether autonomous vehicle, and many other areas, right, are really being impacted. And we are going to see some of this coming on board very quickly in the next 5 to 10 years. So it's not just 25 years down the road, but it's the next 5 to 10 years.
I think the entire experience is very pleasant, from how everybody gathered together for this workshop to where we learn together with through different companies, and then debate about the views that we have, and also demonstrating our concern for our younger generation. How would they adapt to this whole transformation? I think they are all important. I wouldn't say there's one key highlight, but it's a total experience. I personally believe that AI is to help human to be better rather than to replace human. So by applying AI correctly, it should help us to do our work better, increase our efficiency, help us to progress even faster than our society. So of course there will be all these threats about losing jobs and all that, but actually it is about us transforming our skills into applying AI in our day-to-day life, in our business processes, in the way we solve problems. I think it's to make us to be even more efficient.
The CIO Workshop was designed to help IT managers and CIOs to understand what are the challenges in technology especially emerging technologies, so that we learn from others as well as to network with our peers so that we do not repeat mistakes. That is actually a very powerful tool for CIOs to do well in their job. Well, see, AI is not something new. 10 years ago, we were already talking about AI, except that the problem with AI at the time was insufficient data. So today, AI coupled with big data, a lot of things can be done, analysis can be done, and of course, new ways of working will emerge as a result of all this analytics. So the challenge is with AI is some of these technologies is going to make some of the jobs obsolete. Things which are repetitive, which are routine, will be easily replaced by machine, and that is the danger. But well, throughout history, that has always been the case, right? I mean, so it's nothing so scary and nothing so frightening that is something special. It's just that throughout history, people have been trying to cope with all this technology. And so the mindset of the young people is that we must continually learn. So as long as you continually learn and keep in touch, explore possibilities, then if we are really replaced by machine, hopefully there's something else for us to do, because we have already invested our time to understand how we can overcome this disruption.
The biggest learning point I have is that the visit to Longkang, I find that they are very different from us, because what they have done is that they will do it first, just do it, then along the way they justify the ROI. But for our case is that we will keep on justifying for ROI, and then until the end, then we can get the funding and then start projects. So there's a big difference between us and them.
Okay, for me, what is most insightful is the ability to be able to interact with the other CIOs from other step boards, agencies. And I think the best part is today, the lunch, there's a Huawei employee that sat with us, and there's a lot of good exchanges. I truly enjoyed that deep conversation that we had with that guy. Appreciate for such opportunity.
I will see it, from two angles. One is from the marketing angle, where I do see that we're able to bring more branding of Huawei to the, I'll say the enterprises, also the B2B targeted group of customers of ours. And because a lot of them, they probably would not know that Huawei have this full range of products and also solutions in privacy. So I would think this is a very good platform when it comes to marketing our own products. Number two is actually from the sales perspective, that I would say this is a very good platform of networking with some of the name accounts or key accounts customer that we are targeting, and also some of the new accounts that we would intend to develop. So it's not many kind of like this kind of CIO event that you're able to get a big pool of very known, I would say, establishment right into this kind of event. So from these two angles, I'll say that's a great kind of like achievement that what we would like to achieve.
As a sponsor of CIO Workshop, I think its greatest value is really the opportunity to interact with very good establishment companies here, and understanding some of the priorities and challenges and what they are going to do in the next 3 years. So in the space of, for example, cloud or AI, I think there's really a lot of other opportunities that we can help them and to grow with them in the next few years. As we are coming from Singapore, it's natural for us to see what Singapore is doing versus what the technology company in China is doing. I guess it's really a good exchange. And for example, when we are at Shenzhen yesterday, interestingly, we feel that they have a very robust platform. And I guess it's really something that we can learn and see how we can replicate that in Singapore. All right, barring all these policies and constraints that we have, but I think it's really something that is a good takeaway for us.
I see the workshop evolving from one where we are curious about the technologies around us to where we are today, where we are looking at identifying technologies that are going to rock us in the future. The last couple of years, we have looked at robotics, right, artificial intelligence, cybersecurity, and this year we are looking at a theme that says simplifying the complex, which includes looking at humanoid robots, looking at trends, Industry 4.0, and more. I am gathering the feedback from the respective respondent. We are very much a consensus-driven workshop. The members' feedback and delegates' feedback form a very big component of our decision on what we are going to do, the themes, the sites, and the speakers that we're going to be engaging next year. I have a board of advisor team, a very senior board advisor team across the industry, and they will be advising me and going through the brainstorm. So for now, I would just say hang on, sit tight. A very good 32nd CIO workshop will be coming your way soon.